a lot of United fans want the takeover situation sorted out as quickly as possible. They feel this has dragged on for far too long. It started in November. People thought it was going to be over before the transfer window opened. People thought it was going to be over before the season started. For whatever reasons, that hasn't happened. And United fans, are disappointed. Some of them are angry that it's taken so long. But at the end of the day, the club belongs to the Glazers. They bought Manchester United in 2005 in a very controversial leveraged buyout. The deal was worth £790 million. They borrowed something like £500 million, loaded that debt straight onto the club. The club was debt-free at the time. And since then, servicing that debt has cost Manchester United more than £1 billion. And their gross debt at the moment is £725 million.
A moment of seismic significance has unfolded at Old Trafford, sending shockwaves across the footballing world. In front of a packed press conference, Sheikh Jassim, the powerful Qatari billionaire, has signed a contract while seated alongside Glazer. With the iconic Manchester United banner looming behind them and the cameras capturing every detail, this unprecedented scene has ignited speculation, debate, and a renewed sense of hope among the club's passionate fanbase. Could this be the long-awaited shift that transforms Manchester United's destiny? For over a decade, United fans have clamored for a change in ownership, growing increasingly disillusioned with the Glazers' reign. From mounting debts to uninspired squad investments and a perceived lack of footballing ambition, their tenure has been marred by widespread protests and relentless criticism. Sheikh Jassim's previous attempts to acquire the club appeared to have hit a dead end, leaving many to believe that the dream of new leadership had faded into the distance. Yet, with pen to paper in a high-profile signing, the landscape has suddenly changed, bringing new optimism and fresh uncertainty. What does this contract mean for Manchester United? That remains the billion-dollar question. If Sheikh Jassim has secured a full takeover, the possibilities are endless. A club historically built on ambition could finally see an influx of financial power to match its stature. From world-class signings to infrastructural overhauls and a strengthened backroom, United could soon resemble the footballing powerhouse it once was. The prospect of marquee names like Kylian Mbappé or Victor Osimhen arriving at Old Trafford no longer feels like fantasy but a tangible reality. However, the lack of clarity surrounding this agreement has left fans anxiously awaiting more details. Could this be a partial investment rather than a full takeover? If so, would the Glazers still retain influence in key decision-making processes? A significant financial injection without a structural shift at the top may not be enough to satisfy a fanbase desperate for deep-rooted change. Some supporters
Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani has returned to the spotlight in Manchester United's ownership saga, reigniting optimism among fans desperate for meaningful change. After initially aiming for full ownership of the club, the Qatari billionaire has now shifted his focus to acquiring a significant minority stake. This unexpected development has breathed fresh hope into a fanbase that has endured years of frustration under the Glazer family's controversial leadership. Manchester United's struggles overhaul to bring the iconic venue back to world-class standards. With Sheikh Jassim's financial resources, Old Trafford could undergo a transformative renovation, blending cutting-edge facilities with its historic charm to create a stadium worthy of Manchester United's legacy. The Carrington training complex also requires urgent attention. Once considered a leader in player development, it has fallen behind the advanced